pulls away grinning, despite being completely red in the face.
Aw, I love being able to kiss you for no reason.
He's so sweet, gosh darn it!
The night doesn't have to end here, does it?
What do you have in mind? Well, I guess it wouldn't be a Yandere game if I didn't black out and end up and wake up tied to a chair. Previously on Criminally Yours. Do you intend to continue engaging in criminal activity while operating under the Olympus?
No. I intend to prove myself. If I play nice, I stay. If I impress enough people, maybe then I can get back to what really matters.
All the good those calculations will do when I break your nose.
You're memorizing my movements.
It's not cheating. I mean, you haven't shared your power with the class.
Yeah.
I wonder how you'll manage to be this smug when I wire your jaw shut.
Whitney's? Your sister?
Yeah? You didn't know?
One moment I'm watching them shake hands. The next, I see a train derailing. 2 figures stand atop it, their silhouettes symmetrical.
That sounds like Phobos and Deimos.
We don't know exactly when they'll make their move, but we'll be ready when they do.
The nerves begin to settle in. The skyline is gold-orange with late afternoon light, but all I can see is my vision. That train tumbling from its track, those twins laughing like their world's a joke only they're in on. I glance at Nick, finding myself needing his look of assurance that he so happily provides. For a moment, it feels like we're back in the office, right before doing our presentation. All of the nerves fall away because he's at my side. I wish so badly that we were there as ourselves. Are Nick and Espoir the real us? Or is it Oracle and Chronos? Do the masks hide our faces, but show our truest selves?
Ready?
As I'll ever be.
I've watched clips, of course, but I've never seen you fight in person.
You're missing quite a show then.
Thesis lets out a sigh behind gritted teeth. You've watched clips of me?
For training purposes. You're on the news a lot.
Why, thank you. I find myself smiling just a little bit, as there's just a hint of a crack in his composure. Nick is glowering behind us. Aw, Nick. Redline Station 87 comes into view. It looks peaceful, if I didn't know any better. It won't last. I'm the first to spot it. There, car 11. I sprint forward, Chronos and Thesis hot on my heels. The train is racing along the tracks uncontrollably.
Chronos and I will handle the twins. Evacuate the civilians. They'll listen to you, Oracle.
Yeah, that's a good point. I nod. I can do that. The rail groans. The whole train surges forward unnaturally. Sparks shoot from under the track. In the blink of an eye, 2 muscular figures arise from the top of the train. One has a set of chains that crackle and snap with an icy chill, wrangling the train like a wild Mustang. The other holds twin batons in his hands. Both are completely suited up, the only visual marker their flaming auburn hair. Phobos and Deimos. A couple of butts. It's the weapon. They've taken control, and we're only minutes away from Central Station.
Then we have to cut their control.
Thesis, I say, locking eyes with him. You take Deimos, kill control of the train, and get rid of the chains. I'll deal with Phobos.
What about me?
You stand there and look adorable. Chronos asks, sounding offended. You keep watch on both of them from the back. You can memorize their rhythm and help us break it.
I can do more than that.
You need to do what I tell you. I meet his eyes, firm. This isn't about proving yourself. It's about saving lives. For a second, he wants to push back, but knows better and submits, nodding.
Copy that, Oracle.
I take a heavy breath. The weight of the lives at stake sits heavy on my shoulders. Can I keep doing this forever? This type of danger? These sorts of missions? Chronos doesn't know what he signed up for. He never had to consider the lives of innocent people caught in the crossfire as a villain. He's never tasted the sting of failure. It means I have to keep fighting. However, those stakes push me to do better. The losses remind me that only I can help these people. No one else will step in to save the day. It's my duty as Oracle, as a hero. It's the life I've chosen, and to do any less would be cowardly. There's a lot of options to choose not being a hero, so I wonder if that's an ending. I look at Thesis for a moment. He knows the stakes too. I can see it in the way he carries himself. I watch as he launches himself up onto the train, grabbing the side and hoisting himself up. I follow quickly after, in a fluid movement. Chronos heads to one of their far back cars to keep a view on the whole battlefield.
Enough. This ends now.
Yeah, we're doing hero stuff all together. He surges forward as Deimos strikes down with the heavy chain that Theseus dodges just in time. He jumps this way and that, quicker than the heavy brute, as if he can sense his next move before he makes it. What is Theseus's power? I have to tear my eyes away to focus on Phobos instead. I run forward, the wind whipping across my cheeks as the train rattles beneath me. I can feel every bump on the tracks, and every jolt threatens to send me careening off the top of the train, but the pound of my feet keeps me steady. I grab his wrist, twisting it and trying to pin it behind him. He whacks my side with a baton, and I crumple in pain. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Nick will kill you. I grab the second strike before it can come down on me, and pull him down.
Tunnel!
Oh, shoot. Thank you. His voice rings in my ears, and I glance up seeing the tunnel rapidly approaching. Theseus! Ooh! He looks just in time, ducking down. Deimos takes advantage of the distraction and kicks him down. He nearly falls off the edge of the car, grabbing the side just in time. I duck down, pressing my full weight on Phobos as he reaches for my neck. I have to grasp at his hands as he cuts my air supply. Don't do that, Nick will kill you! The tunnel whips above us, and he forces my head upwards. I can feel the whisks of it above me as I roll over, carrying him with me. I'm dangling off the edge of the train, the graffiti-lined tunnel walls whipping by me. Upside down, I feel Phobos trying to loosen my grip as I launch a hard kick in his face, which buys me some time. From my vantage point, I can see right into the train window. There's nobody in the carriage. I'm sure they evacuated as soon as they saw trouble, but I never heard the screams of panic and terror that accompanied every attack by the twins. The roar of the train is loud, but something twists in my gut. There's no coffee cups or newspapers left behind that I would expect with the panicked leaving. It's empty. Is there some shenanigans? I don't have time to dwell on the thought as we're thrust back into the harsh sunlight. My eyes take a moment to adjust, just in time to see Phobos launching himself at me, a baton cracking an inch away from my head. I pull myself up.
He's weak on his left side. He never defends it. His brother usually does it for him.
Oh. I can hear him through the earpiece and take his advice, striking hard just like I practiced in all of my martial arts classes. Phobos crumples over.
Defend your ear!
I whip my hand up just in time to block the punch.
You always forget that move.
He's right. I remember distinctly having lost hearing for a day or two after fighting another villain last year. I grab his wrist and knee him between the legs. Pow! But he must be wearing good plating there, as it has no effect. Dang it. I dodge just in time as he takes advantage of me losing my breath when there's a flurry of movement behind him.
Miss me?
Phobos snarls and pushes him back. Chronos spins with him, landing on his feet with as graceful as a cat. Cool. He pops up behind him, ducking another baton, retaliating with a firm kick to the back of Phobos' leg. Show off. Deimos surges forward, but Theseus intercepts him with a roundhouse kick that slams his own leg into solid metal. He doesn't do so much as flinch. That armor must be reinforced with mesh material. I lean forward slightly, watching. Okay, admiring. It's pretty hot. They're both infuriatingly good. Theseus fights like a tactician, efficient, deliberate, powerful, every move calculated, every strike purposeful. Chronos fights like a storm, unpredictable, improvisational, stylish. He taunts his opponents, tempts mistakes, makes art out of chaos. And I know they're both showing off. Dare I say, for me? Something's wrong. Theseus is too preoccupied with his fight, but Chronos grabs Phobos' neck with one hand, holding him at arm's length.
What do you mean?
Something is off, and I don't know what. This feels like a trap. Is this train like laced with explosives or something? I sock Phobos in the face as Chronos holds him out for me. For a moment, we fight side by side, in perfect rhythm. He knows all of my strengths and weaknesses. While he's always been an enigma, I've fought him enough to know some of his tricks. I grab Phobos' batons, distracting him just long enough for Chronos to whip out his gun, firing a net over him. He's tangled up, and I throw both batons off the side of the train. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a sign whip by. It says end of the track, doesn't it? We're maybe a minute from the station. We need to end this, Theseus.
Get to the lever. It'll stop the train.
Got it, boss. We both rush forward as I watch him. For For a moment, it feels like he locks eyes with me before rushing forward like a line breaker, tackling Deimos to the ground. In a flash, the chain wraps around him, and he cries out in pain. The icy cold chill filling the air. He did it on purpose. He's buying us time. Oh. Just as I'm about to make the leap to the next car, something grabs at my suit and I'm yanked back. Phobos escaped the net. But the tiny net is a death sentence! A knife in hand, and he jabs it at me. I scrape with him, blocking at every chance I get. Chronos stops for a moment. I can't see his face, but I can feel the worry. Get to the lever! Stop the train! Don't worry about me for once! The blade of the knife whips past my cheek. I feel the sting. I whip around, pulling Phobos with me as I watch. Thesis still has Deimos pinned, but barely, and looks up in horror when he realizes that he now has to rely on Chronos to do the right thing. Listen, Pookie, I've trained you well. There's an awful beat where the only sound is the roll of the train on the tracks, and I can feel my heart beating in my chest. I trust you. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you. But I focus on Phobos. I trust him. He knows what's at stake. Chronos grabs the lever and pulls, the emergency brake triggering, and the train grinds to a screeching halt. I pin Phobos, tying him up this time, and Thesis makes short work of Deimos.
Convenient. The brake is on the roof.
Is that normal? Why is... You know what? I'm not even going to question it. He stands over Phobos, looking more than a little heroic.
Catch all that, Oracle?
I can hear the smirk in his voice. Yeah, I saw it. I'm out of breath as I look towards Central Station. Only seconds away now. It's empty. It's been evacuated. Every step against the metal rings loud in the empty station. No TV cameras. No media. No police. Was this a test? Was this one rehearsal? Was this a staged rehearsal? Why do I feel like Olympus did this? Thesis grunts, looking up at me with a bound and gagged Deimos. We need to take them in. Get Olympus to secure us a ride back to headquarters.
I know the procedure.
Then what are you looking at me for? He seems like he's about to say something, but thinks better of it. I feel rattled, on edge. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. I look around at the ceiling, as if quintuplets are about to descend on us. No need for transport, Oracle. I flinch when I hear my boss's voice as he walks up the train station, a few Olympus guards behind him. I knew it. Wait, was this a test for me or for Chronos? We'll take them in for you. Nice work on stopping the train. Chronos tilts his head, sizing him up for a moment.
Is this your version of the trolley problem?
It was good for Olympus to track you in action, see what you do, but put no lives at stake. This was a test? I knew it. There were no coffee cups in the seats. I feel the tightness rise high in my throat. What about our lives? You more than handled yourselves. Are they working for Olympus? I pointed the twins who were being carted off by the men in suits. Hardly, but you can trust Phobos and Deimos to do the wrong thing at the right time. I'm impressed with your progress. Keep it up. Guys, do you want me to become a villain? It's so casual, like he's giving me kudos on my last report at the office. Chronos and I share a glance. It's instinctual. I round on Thesis. Did you know? He's quiet for a moment.
No.
All right, I'm going to trust you too. Are you sure? He stands to his full height, brushing ice crystals off of himself.
Felt real enough to me. Be grateful that no civilians were in danger. And that Chronos proved himself handy for once.
He pauses for a moment.
Would have been nice to have a heads up.
Well, then we wouldn't have fought as hard.
Mad that the bosses are keeping you in the dark?
They had their reasons.
Seems I'm not the only one who likes putting on a show.
I'm pretty... I get it. It's not that I'm not mad. I'm mad. I get it, though. Of course they had their reasons. They wanted to test if Chronos would cooperate, if he would take the first chance he could to go back to being a villain. They couldn't risk anyone in such a test. I can understand. Chronos is already laughing, brushing soot from his jacket like this was a minor inconvenience and not the near-death disaster it felt like 2 minutes ago.
A victory's a victory. We should celebrate.
I remove my mask, realizing that since Olympus went this far, there was not going to be any media. I'd become incredibly sweaty. As I do, I notice a thick line of blood on my hand, but the source was from my stinging cheek. Oh yeah, they did manage to get a hit in, nicked me just a little. I can tell without looking at it, it isn't anything in need of immediate attention. Nick moves first, by my side in mere moments.
You're hurt.
Aww. His tone is a little playful, feigning a voice of one of the heartthrobs in one of those teen romance movies I watched growing up. I shake my head, chuckling. It's nothing, don't worry. I always manage to get a little injured on every mission.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Whoops. His tone is a little more serious this time. It comes with the territory. I'm sure you got a little banged up yourself.
I was hoping you'd patch me up later, actually.
Later, Kitten Whiskers. What's the damage? I ask, entertaining him, knowing full well it's nothing more than some bruises.
Wouldn't it be more fun to find out firsthand?
Stop! Thesis is watching. He brings his hand up to my face, further inspecting my cheek, careful to not trace his thumb directly over it.
It doesn't look too bad. It's a little sexy.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a cool scar. I have an irrational, or maybe perfectly rational fear that he'll lick it or something. I doubt it'll scar. I've got plenty of them as is. Now it looks as if he'd like to just stop. Now it looks as if he'd like a first-hand inspection, too.
Remember the first time we met?
He asks, his voice low, amused. I look at him sideways. The first time I met Chronos? I think I'd rather not. He chuckles, seeming to remember it fondly, despite the fact that he'd staged potentially one of the most dangerous missions of my career. Luckily, it was just like the bomb threat, a ruse. Did you really do all that? Just for me? Bridge bombing, kidnappings, hospital burning? The list went on. I knew the answer without asking, but I felt like I needed to hear it straight from the source.
Of course. I mean, it's not like I hurt anyone. Physically, at least.
Yeah, well, some of these people are gonna need therapy.
I said it before. I always had a reason. Maybe not a good one in your book, but a reason.
There's a hint of shame, more so from me calling him out on it than him feeling bad for the people he no doubt traumatized. I can't help the laugh that slips out, and it catches him off guard. I'm content leaving this behind us, knowing that, the overall damage was small. He'd done a decent amount for Oracle as a character, at least. Simultaneously, he induced fear while also strengthening people's faith in Oracle. Yeah, I guess. I wonder if that was all part of his plan, too. He gives me a small smile. I place a finger in the crevice of his dimple, the right one, just below his brown eye. He can be so cute sometimes, for a complete and total maniac. Yeah, you're kind of a maniac, Sweetums. One moment, we're smiling, and I forget where I am and how I got here. Next, our little bubble we've made for ourselves begins to pop. Chronos' posture stiffens, his smile fading as he turns to face him. It's like flipping a switch. The warmth drains out of him, replaced by something darker, colder, more familiar.
What's the problem now?
Thesis doesn't flinch, his gaze calculating, unbothered.
She's not your toy, you know.
His voice flat, but an undeniable coldness to it, too. Chronos' eyes narrow. He steps forward, but it's controlled, dangerous in the way he doesn't need to raise his voice to make his point. The tension thickens, his jaw tightens, and his gaze sharpens into something almost predatory.
You're playing with fire.
Listen, just let me have my little boyfriend, Thesis. You'll have your turn next. But Thesis just crosses his arms, unbothered. There's a moment of silence, the kind that fills up the space between them, heavy and charged. It's clear by the way Thesis is glaring at me that he thinks less of me right now. Well, that's too bad. Judging me completely. I reach out to Chronos, putting a hand on his arm to ground him. Then Thesis addresses me, and the tension snaps.
Oracle, don't be stupid. Don't fall for it again.
My heart falls into my stomach.
You've got a lot of nerve. You know that? You can stand there and think whatever you want of me, but don't try to talk down to her.
Don't try to talk down to me, I'll cry. Now, I'm not gonna attack Thesis, but I am gonna build up Nick. You're better than this, Nick. Nick, don't. I can feel all of the progress we've made start to slip away. Please, I don't care what he thinks. I know you can do better. Prove him wrong. Despite the tension wound tight in his body, I feared he'd break out of my grasp. He seems to ease ever so slightly at my words. We can leave. Our work is done here anyway. I feel a wave of relief wash over me as he turns the other cheek. I don't want you getting beaten up because I know Thesis is gonna do it. I follow closely behind, almost willing him forward, scared he'll give in and turn back to finish the job. He never does. I spare a single glance. No glare back Thesis's way. What is he trying to do? Why did he need to say any of that? The tension hasn't gone away completely, but at least the immediate storm has passed. For now. This is gonna be so sad when I go back and play for Thesis's side. Chapter 25. We walk for a while, finding ourselves in a city park barred off to civilians past 8 o'clock. We're still maskless in our suits. The last thing we need is to be caught like this, though it's a little hard to care at this point. The tension feels like it's shedding off with every minute that passes.
You can see the future. Tell me, am I in it?
Aww. The answer comes easily. I do. I know you can't forget, but I will. I'll try. I want us to start over. My breath is stolen from me as he hooks my waist, pulling me into him. Oh!
Can I kiss you? I really want to.
I close the distance, and he follows suit, not missing a beat. Our lips find each other at the same moment. I freeze for a second, the shock of it hitting me hard, but then it all crashes over me. The warmth of him, the softness of his lips, the relief I didn't know I was desperate for. I realized then how much I'd been starved of him. Oh, that's a good line. I'm starved of you. His other hand moves from my waist up to the dip of my back, to the back of my neck, pinching it gently. My heart hammers in my chest, each beat echoing in the silence between us. His hands are on my face now, a trembling urgency in the way he holds me. I didn't expect this, didn't know how much I needed this, until I felt his touch, until I saw his eyes, dark with something I can't name.
I missed you so much.
He says, between our kisses. He breathes huskily, his voice thick, deep and resonant. Instead of responding, I wrap my arms around his neck, kissing him, seeking that bliss once again. His kiss finds its way to my scratched cheek, and its way down my neck. I jolt from the tingling sensation, the tension from before all but dissolving. Nick! He smirks against the skin of my collarbone. Not here, we're in public! Son of a biscuit, he knows I like that. Seriously, we can't do this now.
Why not? We have no place to be. Do we? Do you want to do something?
If by something you mean play Mario Kart, then yes. And that's not a euphemism for anything. I really do just want to play Mario Kart. It's a very bonding game. Depends on what something is.
I was thinking karaoke?
Yes! We're gonna put on Disney songs, and I'm gonna sing Almost There from The Princess and the Frog. Wait, really?
If you want. I'd like to go by myself a lot. Do you like karaoke? I dreamed of taking you on this kind of date eventually. I know you've got a set of pipes on you. You're used to singing for crowds.
Oh yeah, 'cause I chose to be a singer. Yep. I like karaoke. It'll be fun. Gotta get out of these clothes first, though. Oh no, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
I can meet you outside your place in an hour.
Sounds good. We part ways. Good for me, it's late enough that Mom's probably already in her room. I don't want to go as far as to sneak out, but I can if necessary. When I arrive, it's as I thought. She's asleep, the sound of true crime documentaries playing on the screen. Sneaking out like I'm 15 years old. It isn't but another 30 minutes that I've had a much-needed shower and start sifting through my closet. It's a date. Maybe I should get a little dressed up. I eventually find something that isn't too fancy, but nicer than my office attire, and more comfortable than my oracle getup. I manage to make it out of the house and in front of the building without any hang-up. I stand a little awkwardly waiting for him. Before too long, I see him dressed to the nines, waving me down. I squint to see what he's holding. He gets one look at me and whistles loudly.
Oh, you look...
I have my fantastic red dress on. He bites his lower lip, looking for the right word.
Just wow.
And comes back with nothing. Yet it's more flattering than any subsequent word would have been.
I noticed the strap of your watch is getting worn down, so I got you a new one.
Oh, and he notices things.
Do you want me to take your suit to get dry cleaned? I have a private one sworn to secrecy. I know Olympus cheaps out on that.
Really? They do? There should be like a superhero dry cleaning. That's really thoughtful. Thank you.
It's nothing. If you need anything, let me know.
He's always thinking about me. Nothing ever gets overlooked. To have someone there to take some of the load off was more than I could ask for. It was clear I was his, and he was mine.
Also, I got you this. It's not much, but customary.
He pulls out a single long-stemmed rose he'd hidden behind his back. I take it, admiring the softness of the petals. He really went all out.
Hardly.
He gives me a soft, still nervous kiss, unsure if he's allowed. He pulls away grinning, despite being completely red in the face.
Aw, I love being able to kiss you for no reason.
He's so sweet, gosh darn it! I scrunch my nose at him, rubbing his lips with my thumb. Nothing I could do could wipe that smile off his face, I'm sure. He holds his hand out, and I take it easily. We find ourselves on the same strip as the high-rise. Tonight there's a live music filling the streets. I'd played a couple times myself. The atmosphere was immediately comforting. We found ourselves at a little hole-in-the-wall karaoke bar I had never had the chance to go to myself. I glance over at Nick as we slip into a cozy booth in the dimly lit karaoke bar. It's one of those places where the neon signs buzz and the scent of cheap beer is everywhere. The crowd's a mix of bold and shy souls, some singing like they're in a stadium, others clutching their drinks like lifelines, just here for the atmosphere. I have never, ever been to a karaoke bar. I'm here for the former. It'll be nice to fully unwind for a bit. No, I'm here to sing. I'm here to sing, loudly and terribly. Nick's grinning, his excitement so obvious that it almost makes me laugh. I love seeing how he can be so genuinely himself, so unapologetically, that's so Nick. In the best and worst cases.
You want me to get you a drink? Maybe what I got you last time?
Yeah, my last drink. I think it was a Shirley Temple. Yes, please. Might help me take the edge off. He retrieves my Shirley Temple from the bar moments later, handing it to me. He's so good at remembering stuff. Oh yeah, my bandmate. Hey, funny meeting you here. I turn to see my bandmate, Isla. I stand to greet her with a hug. Hey, how are you? Never better. You? I'm doing good. I'm on a date. You remember Nick? Yeah, the guy that she told me was stalking me at our shows. I'm familiar. Nick takes her hand, holding it as if she'd suddenly gone radioactive. Why is he acting so weird? I look between them as Nick does everything short of sneering at her. I can't tell exactly what he's thinking, but it's clear he's uncomfortable.
Nothing to be surprised about. Of course, we'd end up together.
Islis only smiles knowingly. Nick only makes that face when he's doing Yandere shenanigans. It's nice. Have fun, you two. Oh, and Espoir, say hi to Whitney for me. Huh? What does this mean? What has just happened? What? Let me just sip my Shirley Temple and somehow get drunk off of it. Before I can so much as think to ask her to elaborate, though, she's gone. Nick turns to me, wide-eyed.
How do you know her?
She's part of my band. You don't know that?
I never really noticed, honestly.
Ha! You only got eyes for me. How does he not notice that? There's only 4 of us.
She's a villain. I've done work with her before.
I start to look around, not sure how to process that.
She's never done anything to you, has she?
I shake my head. Not at all. She's been really nice to me. She's the one that told me you'd been to the high-rise to watch me perform. He clicks his tongue as if something else had been revealed. How come I never saw you before that night?
I wasn't really there, but I watched. Yeah, I have cameras.
An adorable stalker, an adorable fictional stalker.
Look, I'll remove them. It was nothing weird, just wanted to watch you without showing up at the bar and risk you finding out.
Oh, and here I thought you were just always showing up like a regular patron. It seems as he explains, he realizes how strange it is. Yeah.
I'll remove them.
He repeats. I chuckle despite everything. Please do. Just come and watch me normally. He nods shamefully. I can tell he's silently cursing Isla. Say hi to Whitney? They know each other too? My lawyer? No, Espoir, don't worry about it. You're supposed to be relaxing right now. Where were we?
Want to sing with me?
Absolutely. Yes. Sure. Excitement bubbles in my chest. We stand on stage together for a while. I try not to laugh as Nick scrolls through the song options. He's already got a mischievous grin on his face, and I know he's looking for something that'll be a fun, true showstopper.
I don't think you're ready for this.
He prods, looking at me over the top of his phone. Ready for what? I raise an eyebrow, my voice full of laughter. Nick just smirks and hits a button on the screen. The second I hear the song, I drop my head almost cackling, remembering when we sung it during one office party. We'd both been up a long time. We were practically drunk on delirium then. I swear, I might never live this down. I say, half laughing. He holds up the mic, gesturing to me.
We're going to kill it.
I glance around the room. There's only a few people, but it feels like the whole place is watching now. It's nothing compared to the crowd that's accumulated at the high-rise or outside, though. I grab the second mic from the stand, and we both start into the song. His voice is low, smooth, and makes me grin, like it always does. Did everything about him have to be so pretty? Who allowed that? The moment I hear his voice harmonizing with mine, it all clicks. It's just us here, and I'm suddenly caught up in the magic of it. I start to sing the next line a little louder, leaning into it, my voice ringing out more confidently now. I'm not thinking about how good this should be. I'm thinking about, even in this tiny karaoke room, it feels like we're in our own world. I look at him while we're singing, and there's this look in his eye, like he's completely in the moment, just enjoying being with me. The chorus comes up, and we both belt it out together, coordinated far too well, but I can't help but laugh at his goofy expressions, at the way he winks, makes eyes, and grabs my hand, leading me all across the stage. When the song ends, we look at each other with wide grins. I'm breathless, but it's not just from singing. I feel like a piece of me had returned, like this is exactly the kind of thing I'd been waiting for.
I think we killed it.
Nick says to me after dropping his mic away from him. Stage fright, my booty cheeks. He holds out his hand to show me, palm facing the floor.
I'm shaking right now. That wasn't a lie.
Aw, Nicky Pie! That friend of yours, the mascot you were talking about, was that really you? It seems he's getting used to unraveling the parts he's hidden away all this time. Oh yeah, the story he talked about in part 1.
You caught me, yeah. I felt like I could really be myself behind a mask. I guess some things don't change.
Well, you didn't perform with a mask this time. He nods, as if to say, you're right, as always.
Now, get back to your seat. I'm not done yet.
Are you gonna propose to me? Wait, what? He gestures me off the stage, grinning. I do as he says, finding my seat. I raise an eyebrow, curious, but he doesn't give me a chance to ask. As the first few notes play, I recognize the song well. My heart skips a beat. Nick looks at me, and the playful smile fades into something softer, more tender. The lights do much the same. Had he planned this? When? They'll probably not be answered anytime soon. The spotlights shift around him, and for a minute, it feels like we're the only two in the room. His voice takes on a new warmth, a rawness I heard only a few times before. He sings with such depth, his eyes locked on mine, every word meant just for me. He sings, his voice trembling lightly on the high notes, and I can feel the weight of his words. A lump forms in my throat. I blink quickly, trying to keep the tears at bay. This moment feels surreal, like some kind of dream. Nick's voice weaves through the room. The playful, confident guy on stage just a moment ago has transformed into someone I can't quite put into words. I don't know when I started smiling, but I know it hasn't left my face since he started. When the song ends, I'm breathless, my chest full. He was probably singing about how much he loves me, yeah. The room fills with applause again, but it's quieter now, as if everyone can sense the intimacy between us. He steps down from the stage, and I'm already standing, moving towards him without thinking. Before I can say anything, he pulls me into a hug. His arms wrap around me, and I bury my face in his chest, letting the moment wash over me. Nick leans down, brushing his lips across mine in a kiss that feels like it's full of promises, full of everything we've shared and everything still to come.
The night doesn't have to end here, does it?
What do you have in mind?
Do you like dancing? I've wanted to take you dancing too.
Will there be arrows? Will there be DDR machines? Because aside from that, I can't dance. I'd love to, Pookie. The lights from the bars and shops spill onto the pavement, casting long shadows in the warm night air. I hope they play, swing. I'm quite the fan of electro swing. The street lights flicker on as the evening settles in, painting the city in soft yellow hues. The buzz of the crowd is all around us, but it's the jazz band setting up on the corner that really pulls me in. Aw. It's actually playing some swing. The warm night air hums with their first notes, brass, rhythm, and something about it makes me want to move. Are we just dancing in the street together? It's like a 90s movie. I'm standing at the edge of the crowd, tapping my foot without even realizing it. The music is alive, thrumming through the streets, and for a moment I just close my eyes and let it sink into me. I feel Nick's hand slip into mine. He looks perfect in this light, of course.
You ready?
Before I can answer, he's pulling me towards the center of the street. The band's playing a swing song, all upbeat and lively, and I can't help but follow Nick's lead. There's something infectious about the rhythm, something that makes my feet move before my brain can catch up. His hand holds mine firmly, but there's this tenderness in the way he guides me. I stumble a little, but he's steady. He twirls me effortlessly, and I laugh, spinning under his arm, the world blurring around me in a swirl of streetlights and sound. You're good at this, I say, my breath catching a little as he pulls me close again, my chest rising and falling with the rhythm of the song. Nick's grin widens, his eyes sparkling with mischief. I can tell just by how he looks that he'd say, I'm good at a lot of things. But there's this undercurrent of sweetness that makes me forgive his smugness. It makes me want to melt from the inside out. His hand slides to my waist, pulling me even closer, and I can feel the heat of him, the way his fingers brush just beneath my skin, like he's memorizing the feel of me, even though he doesn't need to. The music flows around us, horns and piano keys intertwining, and for a second I forget where we are, who we are. It's just us in the night, and it feels like we've always danced like this, like we're in perfect sync without even trying. Nick leans in, his lips brushing against my ear, and I can feel his voice vibrate against my skin as he says,
Everyone's watching us. Watching you.
He gives me a soft smile, one that causes his eyes to squint, to make his dimples all the more visible. There's something so tender in his expression, so achingly sweet that I almost can't look at him without my chest tightening. Before I can say anything else, he twirls me out again, and this time I get lost in the spin. the world tilting for just a second before he pulls me back in. I can't stop smiling. It's impossible not to when he's this close, when everything feels so easy and right. The night ends soon after that, and we find ourselves back on the empty streets, bumping into each other as we talk about everything and nothing at all. A couple of words are exchanged, as well as a sweet kiss on the doorsteps to my apartment complex before he leaves, like something out of a movie. Chapter 26. The morning is uneventful, standard, but made easier to stomach due to the wonderful date I had last night. I don't have a perfect memory, but I know I won't be able to forget it as long as I live. Breakfast is made before the sun is even fully up. My morning goes by as usual. Oh, I forgot to tell you. When I was cleaning out the attic, I found a box of old videotapes. Old videotapes? None of them had a blue-haired clown on them, did they? That's good, I answer, barely paying attention. Remember that musical you were in? That doesn't really narrow it down. Am I going to discover that the song that I was singing was Nick, and Nick was there the whole time? Or wait, what if this has to do with Nick's timey-wimey nonsense? I always forget the name, but it's your first one, when you were in the 7th grade. Or were you 14? I can't remember. Cool. You were so cute. So talented. Is this gonna end with another bomb drop and I'm gonna be like, Nikolaos? You used to be so sweet and attentive. Were? I ask, tilting my eyebrow at her. Thanks, Mom. I'm thinking of my lovely date and trying to write wedding vows, I say, taking a sip of my water. What was the name? WTF! Hold on a second. Listen here, Visions. You can't jump scare me like that. I saw abs and I went blind for a second. I spit across the table. Espoir! What the heck is wrong with you? Mom, Mummy, I can't, Mummy, I can't tell you the vision I just saw. I can't even respond. I'm almost scared to recall the image. I'll look again, just not here. Just not now. It's like getting a sexy picture from your significant other in your phone, and like, I can't look at this at work. Just a weird vision, like a jump scare. Some cat in a tree. I say before thinking, making it up as I go, while cleaning up the mess I made. As I go to discard the dirty washcloths in the sink, I retrieve some more water. Nick's name lights up on my phone just as I'm closing the fridge. I swipe to answer before the screen disappears. Nick, we got some talking to do.
Good morning.
Good morning, I reply shyly, pretending my stomach doesn't twist every time I hear his voice, especially in combination with that image I have to fight to recall.
Hey, so there's this play downtown. Thought you might like to join me, if you aren't too busy.
The way Nikolaos would have me wrapped around his little finger. It's that every bit of feminism would leave my body. His nervous smile is audible through the line. What kind of play?
It's a musical. The show's supposed to start at about noon. Is that too late notice? I already bought tickets, but you don't have to go.
I glance over my shoulder towards the living room. Mom's curled up on the couch, watching some show where it's more yelling than actual discussion now. I can go, I say a bit quickly, suddenly incredibly aware of her every minor shift in posture. Yes, Daisykins. Daisy, where are you? Woman, you can't just meow and not make yourself present. All right. We speak for a little before I hang up the phone, now a ball of nervous energy, but also exhilaration. Before too long, I'm in my room, resisting every urge in my body to see that vision. Especially now. I thought we were just going to see a musical. How would a scantily clad Chronos file into that at all? It's not the sort of thing I need to investigate. Even when I do, it does little to no good half the time. Best to just let it run its course. Maybe I imagined it. Well, I mean, in this case, maybe you did imagine it. Maybe I should look again. Look again. I wouldn't want to misimage it. It was only for a second, you know? This is the investigation. This is work. This is very important. just in case I flee to the restroom, taking the longest time I think I've ever taken to recall my vision for as long as I've inherited this power. I close my eyes, despite not needing to, and replay the vision, doing everything possible for my heart not to leap at the sight. Yes, yes. Indeed, yes. Yes, very important. Very important, yes, very, yes. Yes. This is for work. This is for work business. This is work-related. This is safe for work. Yes, indeed, yes. My brain wasn't playing... My brain... I've lost my speech because of abs and Tibby. My brain wasn't playing tricks on me. What did he have up his sleeve? Or rather... No, don't think about it. I was excited for our date already. This wasn't entirely necessary, but it was going to happen anyway. No sense on dwelling over it and what it could mean. I had bigger fish to fry, super observant mothers to avoid. Mommy, I'm not thinking about Tibbies, about male Tibbies, I swear. I managed to make it to the front door and slip on my shoes, slipping when my mom pokes her head around the corner. You going out? Yeah, just a thing with a friend. Mom knows who my friends are. I avoid eye contact. It's weak and unconvincing. It might have worked when I was 16. With who? She asks, too casually. My fingers freeze on the doorknob. Nick? I curse myself for not even thinking to say Chronos. I'm caught. I know it. I straighten, preparing myself for the discourse that's no doubt coming. I don't know, Mom's been pretty chill about all this. We're just going to see a play. Honestly, I don't know how this was supposed to make her feel any better. She steps closer, crossing her arms. Is this part of a mission, or... Mom, I love you, but I don't need a parental committee for every decision I make. You can trust me. I'm an adult. I find enough bravery in myself to meet her eyes. She softens, but there's still that line of worry between her brows. I do trust you. It's him I'm not so sure about. He's different, I say. That sounds like such a teenager thing to say, actually. I say, and maybe it's not what she wants to hear. Not a lot to inspire confidence, but it's true if nothing else. Her lips press together. She nods, not convinced, but letting it go. Maybe bring him to dinner one night. I mean, if he's serious about you. Mom, you have no idea how serious this man is. She's not even trying to mask her tone, and me, being her child, am not one to back down from a challenge. I just might. I'm out the door before she can retort in any fashion. Bye, Mummy. Off to on my date that will end in Tibbies. The theater is warm and ornate, all gold trim and plush red seats. Ooh. It's a little fancier than the play I was expecting. It's more akin to an opera house, but he keeps assuring me it isn't an opera we're seeing this time. I like operas. There's something wonderful in that. He always sees a future with us, even when things are uncertain. He never wavers from that. It makes me want to believe it too. We settled in just as the lights dimmed. The show was surprisingly good. Funny, dramatic, full of men yearning, a trope utilized so well here that it needs to really make a comeback. I know, right? Men need to yearn again. About halfway through the second act, I glanced sideways and realized Nick wasn't just watching, he was enthralled by it. His jaw was tight, with his hands clenched on my knee and his. I didn't ask. In some ways I already knew, so instead of prompting him, I just brushed my fingers against his. He curled his pinky around mine to a covert thank you in the dark. Oh! As the curtain fell and applause echoed throughout the theater, he stayed seated, staring ahead for a little longer than necessary. You okay? I asked, softly. He nodded once.
It was a beautiful show. Just brought some stuff up.
Good stuff? He exhales. I can tell he was forcing himself to dig up something that would have much preferred to stay buried. What is your past, Nikolaos? I feel guilty, but equally pleased he continued to do so.
It's bittersweet. I used to go to the show a lot with my folks.
Oh, his parents. He never talks about them. When he does, it's always in passing. I realized I don't know a thing about them. I squeeze his hand as if to say, I get it, even though I knew good and well there was much I didn't know still. He smiles faintly. eyes glassy. Oh,
Thanks for coming. Really.
absolutely Pookie.
It might sound cheesy, but you really did make my dream come true just now.
Ah, dang it. Come on now. I give him a small smile, making a move to kiss him when my watch flashes the oracle's calls and gosh dang it. Guys, I'm busy. Wonderful. I can feel that same amount of annoyance from him as well. Whoever it is, whoever made them call me. Oh boy, they're gonna get some extra TLC. Well, this at least might explain the Chronos suit. Hey, Espoir, I thought we weren't going to think about that anymore. Right, my bad. It reads, immediate deployment, coordinates and brief incoming. Nick groans, head tipping back. I can hardly hear it under his breath. Something along the lines of, hate, hero, and bullcrap. Get used to it, honey bunch. They wouldn't call us unless it mattered. I'm already reaching into my bag for my suit. This is why we're meant to have them on our person at all times. I lean in, kissing his cheek. At least we got to finish the show first. Yeah. He nods reluctantly. Yeah, at least we finished the show. After that, we're suited up in some back alley as more details file in, not too long after. Mission alert. 2-person investigation on the potential whereabouts of villain Aerys. He tosses his jacket on, thinking for a moment.
Aerys? I don't know anyone by that name. Must be new.
That put me at ease a little. Just a small fry, like a cat stuck in a tree, a teenager caught vandalizing, heck, even removing some naked guy from a vent. Ha! If it was that last one, I was going to cash in all my goodwill with Nick for him to do it instead. Then it occurs to me, are they really sending me to do some sidekick/grunt work? It had to be another one of their bullcrap tests. I was so mad I almost said it. Fluff this. Let Thesis or some other hero up on an Olympus's Trojan horse-sized... I love how angry the MC is getting. Let Thesis or some other hero on Olympus's Trojan horse-sized butthole go and do it instead. Forget the mission, I tell him, and I'm a little satisfied by his jolt of surprise.
Forget the mission?
Yeah. He parrots back to me, amused. They can just get Thesis to investigate. It's probably another fake anyway. They're just trying to waste our time. I stand, stretch, feel my joints pop. He stares at me like I've grown a second head all of a sudden.
You serious?
Very. I nod, already walking opposite of where we were meant to go. Dead. I walk for a while, Chronos following before I find some refuge in the abandoned warehouse. Not sure what I want to do. I just know I don't want to go home, and I don't want to go to Nick's place either, since no Thesis knows where that is. I mean, I just were going to have to make do with this warehouse. Inside, the warehouse smells like rust, motor oil, and rain-soaked concrete. Empty crates are stacked in corners, and strands of sunlight manage to penetrate the cloudy sky, heavy with oncoming rain. The thunder rumbles throughout the empty space. You know, how much you want to bet this mission is actually really important? I know, right, Daisy? I take a seat on one of the nearby crates. Chronos follows, slower this time.
You okay?
That simple phrase was the tipping point for me. No, I'm tired of the grind and pretending every mission matters. I've done everything I was ever asked to do and more, but for what? He doesn't answer right away, just walks over, stands between my knees and cups my face with his hands.
Then don't.
He says quietly, like it's the simplest thing in the world, and maybe it is. Maybe it always was. Something inside me exhales, like the breath I've been holding since I first put on the darn mask 10 years ago. I lean into him. The kiss starts soft, careful, but it doesn't stay that way. He's warm, grounding and real, unlike everything else lately. His lips part against mine. I pull him closer. My hands slide beneath his jacket, fingers brushing the familiar lines of his waist. The armor under his clothes is light, flexible, designed to bend with his body. Chronos grips my hips like he's afraid I'll stop him. His mouth finds the corner of mine, my jaw, the hollow beneath my ear. We've kissed before, but this feels different from those times, 'cause we're being bad and we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. It feels desperate, like we're clinging to each other as the world fades away below us, like we're seeking certainty where none can be found. My breath catches as he mouths at my neck.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. No longer asking about ditching the mission, but about something else. He murmurs, sounding lost in himself, voice rough. I answer by tugging him forward. I don't want to think right now. I just want you. Don't take offense, but would you be willing to put the mask back on? He quirks an eyebrow.
I guess it wasn't just my fantasy.
You mean in our suits? He nods slowly, revealing something he's long kept hidden under wraps. It puts a whole new spin on all of our encounters as Oracle and Chronos before now. Swallowing deeply, I'm close enough that I can see his Adam's apple bobbing in his throat. He places the mask back on, chuckling warm and metallic, and places a large hand against my waist. It isn't unpleasant, his thumb gliding across the material of my suit. Lay down. I want to recreate something, I order. Instead of fighting me like a real villain would do, he does so as commanded. But on the dirty, rusty... this place? He positions himself on his back. My hand runs up his shirt. Hold it, with your teeth. Once he does, I smirk. Hands up. They nearly fly above his head. He's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, whatever you say, ma'am. There it is, my vision from before. Who knew I'd be the one who brought it to life? I wonder if this symbolizes something, that for the first time, I am the one in control of the vision. This has to be one of the strangest and hottest self-fulfilling prophecies. We lose ourselves in the dark and the pleasure of the other. But we're in a dank, smelling, rusty warehouse? Granted, we couldn't really find anywhere else, but... ew? We both lay there for a moment. I shift up, propping myself up on my elbows. His head is bowed. Then he looks up, slowly. Despite the mask, I can feel his crap-eating grin. Somewhere in the distance, our comms crackle, dispatch asking for updates, someone else reporting movement across the river. We ignore it. His hair falls forward in loose strands, brushing my cheek as he looks down at me like I'm something sacred, something breakable. He sheds the mask, kisses me again, slower this time, and I feel the whole day start to unravel. I let it. Let the mission burn. Let the world rot. For once, I choose something selfish. For once, I choose him. And it feels like the only real thing I've done in a long, long time. Chapter 27. Oh, we're still going. We're still going. Just when I think this is nearly over, we're still going. Is this going to end up with our tag team, our marriage couple tag team? The world is my oyster. But I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm lying on my back, just playing back the time we spent together. How everything was just fine. Or does this end with me being fired? And I'm like, fine. Oracle was able to skip, and it made no difference. I wonder how many more times I could have done that before. At least Nick was able to coax me out of it for once. He was able to take my stress away. I hummed to myself, playing it back. I envy Nick a little for being able to do that so effortlessly. What I would give to relive that. I'm stripped down to my pajamas, having tossed my clothes into the laundry basket, and pulled the blankets under my chin, hoping sleep will come easily tonight. But it doesn't. Gosh dang it, can I have a break? Can I just one superhero break? I toss and turn in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to the creak of the house setting. I can't stop thinking about seeing him. When is too soon to move in together? I mean, he's already met my mom. I cover my eyes and kick my feet. Relax, espoir. I try to tell myself, but I'm growing so attached. A soft sound pierces the silence. Clink. My heart stops. Then it's followed by another clink. Then a faint tap against the window. My body goes tense with instinct, then with excitement. You picked the wrong house, fool! He's such a romantic. Oh, okay, you picked the right house, fool. I can't even be annoyed at him for giving in so easily. If he wasn't going to, I was on a fast track too. This was too cute. I sit up in bed, staring across the room at the window. A few more rocks hit the glass. I slip out of bed, my heart speeds up, and my hands reach for the curtains, looking for him, expecting him to hold some radio over his head to ask me to let down my hair and let him into my room for a late-night rendezvous. Aww. Is he gonna be holding up a radio that's playing swing music because that's the music that I chose? As I peer down into the darkness outside, I see nothing but shadows. Where'd he go? I grab the window handle, pulling it open. The cold night air hits me, sharp and biting. I reach for one of the rocks, careful as I pick it up. It's small, jagged. My fingers brush over the rough surface. Then my vision suddenly blurs. What? The last thing I feel is a dizzying rush of vertigo. Then everything goes black. What? Gosh, dang it! Chapter 28! What? I wake with a jolt. My limbs are stiff. When I try to move, a dull ache pulses through my entire body, mixed with the cold metal biting into my wrists and ankles. Panic flares as I try to move, but the restraints around me are unyielding, tugging at my skin, no doubt leaving marks. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a Yandere game if I didn't black out and end up and wake up tied to a chair. The ache in my head pulses, and the world comes into focus in slow, blurry waves. Where am I? The last thing I remember is the rock, and then nothing. My mind's foggy, my stomach churns, but I can't focus. Someone must have taken me. Shouldn't be that easy to kidnap a superhero. I try to move again, but my body's sluggish. My mind doesn't seem to want to catch up with the situation. What? The air smells stale, like a place that's been long forgotten. The dim light above flickers intermittently, casting long shadows on the concrete floor. I squint, trying to make sense of the shapes around me. My breath comes out in quick, shallow gasps as I try to piece together how I ended up here. Then my heart jumps into my throat at the door creaking open. Eh? It's a woman-like figure that steps into the room, tall and cloaked in darkness. I don't see her face well, but I have a suspicion. Is that my friend? I trace the recesses of my memory, looking for something, anything. Nick had gone home. I was in my bedroom when I heard rocks being thrown. Then, that was it. Instead of Nick, it was the threat Nick and I saw comes to mine. It was no threat. It was a promise. It was Aerys. My stomach continues to sink as reality sets in. Her eyes glint with cold disposition as she watches me stir. A smirk curls onto her lips, something twisted, almost predatory about it. She doesn't speak immediately, just watches me struggle against the chains that hold me down, savoring in my weakness. She must have drugged me. How? Did you think he'd be able to protect you forever? I swallow hard, the lump in my throat almost suffocating me. I want to answer, but my mouth feels dry, my voice incapable of anything above a whisper. Aerys cuts me off despite never uttering a word, her laughter low and cruel. Do you know what he did? Of course you don't. There's too much. Oh no, is this the shoe that's gonna drop? Is this the bomb that's gonna shell? And yet, Olympus welcomes him in with open arms. They don't care what he's done. I bet he barely got a slap on the wrist. He slaughtered my boyfriend, my everything, and now he's going to find out just how that feels. Nothing personal, Oracle. I try to shake my head, but my body won't cooperate. His name was Carver. Remember him? Chronos tortured him for 3 days because of you, before he gutted him like a fish. He even made a show out of it. He's a monster. And I'm all tied up like, yeah, I know. It was probably true, but it wasn't like Carver was much of a saint himself. His name was Carver for a reason. I wondered if Aerys knew that Carver threatened to torture me, to use me up until I'd lost all sensation in my body. I wonder if that even mattered at this point. Knowing Nick, he knew good and well what Carver was willing to do if he ever managed to beat me. He didn't spare him even slightly. But it seemed Aerys was going to follow suit. She steps closer, her heels clicking against the concrete floor, each step slow and deliberate. She leans down, her face inches from mine, her breath cold against my skin. My vision blurs at the edges, and my chest tightens. I can't focus. Not now. Not when she's so close. She drives a knife into my thigh. Ow! I choke back a scream. Enduring it as best as I can. The pain is enough to make me hurl on its own. She leaves it there, before twisting it once to hear me scream properly. There's more where that came from. A sound from the doorway interrupts her words. A crash, then a blur of motion. Uh-oh. Lady, you about to get got. I feel a spark of hope ignite in me. Chronos, Nick, please. Even if it's my mom, I'd be happy. Aerys's eyes widen in fury. She whips around, pulling out another knife. No, you don't get to ruin everything again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You better run, lady. He's crazy. He's my crazy boyfriend. Chronos steps into the room, his presence hanging over us both like a dark cloud. His eyes lock onto mine, and for just a second, everything feels like it's going to be okay. But the moment passes, fear of uncertainty takes its place when his attention shifts to Aerys.
Let her go.
I applaud you for showing great restraint, Nicky Poo. His voice is cold and final. It's clear he won't be asking again. Aerys's laugh is harsh, bitter. You really think I'm going to just hand her over to you? You think you can even stop me? Chronos' eyes darken. I've seen this before, the dangerous side of him that still hasn't fully gone away, but right now, it's the only thing that might save me. He doesn't say anything, closing the distance, slowly. Aerys' face becomes determined. She's going to fight. She raises her hands, energy crackling around her fingertips. I'm going to make you watch, you son of a biscuit! She unleashes a surge of vibrancy towards him, but Chronos is faster. The air shimmers as he deflects it. Something in his suit seems to be capable of that. The collision of that energy sends shockwaves through the room. I feel the ground tremble beneath me, the walls shaking as Aerys' energy clashes with the wall that is Chronos. My mind is reeling. I want to help, but I'm powerless, and in your pajamas. All I can do is watch as they fight, and my chest tightens with every passing second. The two of them move like shadows, faster than I can follow. Aerys keeps attacking, her energy slicing through the air with precision. Chronos counters, deflecting and diffracting. That's not a word. Redirecting, each strike with growing intensity. And then, in a heartbeat, everything changes. Someone pulls out a gun. Aerys lunges, her body moving like a blur, her hands glowing. She aims directly for Chronos, a final devastating blow, but before she can strike, he's already in front of her. With a single swift motion, he grabs her wrist, his grip fastening around it, the power crackling around them both for a moment, but Chronos doesn't let go. There's a brief moment of stillness, like the world itself is holding its breath. Then, in an instant, Chronos wraps his arm around Aerys' neck. She struggles, writhing in his grasp, clearly panicked. She makes a weak sound, choking. I can barely keep my eyes open. I shut them, gritting my teeth. Then I hear it, a sickening... Ugh! You came to the wrong house, fool. I hear a knife clatter to the ground. Then shortly after, the familiar squelch of stabbing as he drives her knife into her, over and over, and over, and over, and Nick, and over. Nick! Nick, stop! Nick! It's a blood-curdling sound, possibly the worst sound I've ever heard. I scream to mask it, even when it's painful to do so, like, Nick! Maybe get this knife out of my leg! I open my eyes, looking at him, still screaming. Chronos breathes heavily. He's covered in her blood and entrails, his chest rising and falling with exertion. For a moment, he waits there, kneeling, before releasing her lifeless body to crumple to the floor.
Oracle.
That was hot, but also, ah! He steps forward, his voice as soft as he can manage, but strained.
Are you okay?
Oh, I want to say something, but the words stick in my throat, scratchy from my screams before. I nod weakly, my heart still galloping, still trying to make sense of what just happened. He did it. He saved me. A yell breaks the fragile silence.
No!
Uh-oh. I turn towards the doorway, my pulse quickening. No, not now, not you. I mean, we both can point to her and say, she started it. His eyes are wide with disbelief, his jaw clenched tight. He steps into the room, his gaze flickering from Aerys' unconscious, no, never to be conscious again, form, to Chronos, and then to me. The look in his eyes is complex, but the anger, that's clear as day.
You killed her!
She started it! You kidnapped a Yandere's sweetheart. What did you think was gonna happen? He doesn't ask, his voice shaking with a mix of frustration and disbelief.
Of course you killed her.
What did you expect? Chronos' gaze hardens.
Damn right I did. She was going to kill Oracle.
Theseus' fists clenched at his sides, trying to stop shaking, but to no success. Did you plan this? Did you plot this? Theseus, if you and Olympus plan this to test Nick, I'm going to punch you in the stomach, I'm going to throw down my mask, I'm going to quit, and then I'm going to become a tag team villain with Nick.
There's always a choice. You don't get to decide who lives and who dies. That's not what we do. That wasn't your call to make. You just couldn't help yourself.
He's crazy. I feel my heart clench as Chronos takes a step towards him, his eyes unwavering.
We're leaving. If I hadn't been here, Oracle would be dead, and you would have been too late.
Yeah!
I saved them.
Yeah! It's gonna be real awkward when I play this again and do, and side with Theseus. The tension in the room is suffocating. I can feel it in my bones. Theseus is struggling to keep together, to understand. He looks at me, shaking his head.
Look at me. I did it. Don't blame Oracle. Or you can join Aerys.
He tilts his head to her corpse. Ooh, the two glare at each other. It's a matter of time before the bloodbath begins again. I can't take it anymore. Girls, you're both pretty. Can I go now? Chronos, get me out of here. I call for him, begging to avoid more bloodshed. Thankfully, he manages to abandon Theseus in favor of me and gets me out of my restraints without too much trouble. Theseus watches us, looking unsure of what to do. Get us out of here, I tell him again, hoping he'll listen. Before he can, Theseus takes a step forward, his voice intrusive.
I'm not gonna let you just walk away, you son of a bitch!
Chronos doesn't answer. Instead, he takes a deep breath, his eyes meeting mine, and in that look, I see everything before us. Oh, please don't make me choose! The weight of the decision he just made, the burden of his past, and the fear of losing me. Before Theseus can say another word, Chronos pulls me close.
Don't follow, if you know what's good for you.
He says in warning, granting him one last chance to get out while he still can, to avoid making a grave mistake. Chronos wraps his arms around me and under me, carrying me out. Oh. Theseus, somehow, uncharacteristically doesn't follow us. Good. For him. I imagine, once we fled into the night, he decided to call for backup, to report on what happened, to tell the world they'd lost Oracle to Chronos for good. Chapter 29. Standing on the edge of a rooftop, the city sprawled out before me, before us. Once again, I'm in my pajamas! We continue to wear the weight of everything that's happened in the last couple weeks. I used to be Oracle, the Golden One, the people's champion, etc. We've all heard the stories. The people of New Lycia trusted me to keep them safe. The city that once cheered for me now whispers my name with contempt. Now I'm just someone on the run. Aww! From an outsider looking in, I'm sure they saw me as a coward, a traitor, someone who just wanted to escape all responsibility. I mean, I was pretty unhappy. And Nick's chest is very alluring. And maybe they were right, to an extent. But it didn't matter to me. I was free. However I got here, whatever led me here, I wasn't some unwilling bystander. I knew what I wanted. I wanted out. I wanted Nick. Chronos stands beside me. Do we have matching outfits yet? His presence like a constant, unshakable shadow. He's resorted back to the villain he used to be. More than he ever was. But more than any of that, he's mine. And I'm his. The people, Thesis, my own mother, thinks I betrayed them. That I had been swept away by Chronos as his willing prisoner. But what they don't know is that I never stopped loving him. Even after everything, I never stopped. That couldn't be so wrong, to love someone unconditionally, to see the darkest corners of their heart and choose to stay. Hey, as far as yanderes go, Nick is probably one of the nicer ones. In fact, that would be a really fun video. The nicest Espoir's top whatever nicest yanderes. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know what kind of future we're building, but I know it's with him. My phone continues to flood with messages from Thesis, telling me it's not too late, that we can stop Chronos, that my mother just wants to see me again. I don't think he's ever going to stop coming for us, I say quietly, breaking the silence between us. My voice sounds strange in my ears, distant, not like me at all, not like the old me, at least. Chronos' eyes are dark, staring out over the city. He's not looking at me, but I feel the weight of his gaze.
I told him not to.
He replies, voice low, controlled and certain. His hand brushes against mine, though he doesn't grab it. Even still, I feel the familiar electric pull that's been there from the start, the connection that runs deeper than logic, than reason, than even morality. I should have known it would end this way. I thought we could all be together as friends. Should have known that no matter how hard I tried to break free, I would always be drawn back to him. What are you thinking about? I ask, looking out at the horizon. The glittering blue and purple hue and city lights dancing below us. For us. When he doesn't answer, I check his expression. I feel like I can read it less and less with each passing day.
Too much.
I sense a tone of longing. He does this a lot now. Stares off for a long time, like he's daydreaming. Of what? I don't know exactly, yet a part of me does. Where do we go now? We could totally just leave. We could just bounce. I ask him, hoping he'll choose not to give me a short response. I watch Chronos as he holds my hand, absently tracing the engagement ring he'd given me the night we started running, with his fingers. Oh, it's about time.
Wherever you want.
The world has already decided who we are now, and there's no going back. If we wanted to belong, we had to make it so. We're criminals. There'll never be a place for people like that. Chronos doesn't care about the rest of the world's judgment. He'd steal the breath of anyone who cursed my name. And soon enough, I won't care either. I have to remember what led me here, how Olympus treated me despite all the work I'd done for them, how my mother dedicated her life to them and ended up living with me, in pain day in and day out. No statues of glory, just a few pats on the back. Yeah. All these years as a superhero and all you get is a gold watch. She was a fool to go back to them, to believe they ever had our interest in mind. If we wanted something, we had to take it for ourselves. It was clear. The powers that be had never truly been on our side. Only Chronos has ever been on my side. No matter who I was or what I chose, he was there for me, without lecture, without judgment, without asking.
I hope you're not scared.
He says softly, his voice low, unsteady. I shake my head. No, I know I'll be safe with him. I know if I keep moving, no one will catch up with us.
I won't let anyone hurt you. Not ever.
Oh, it's a promise, one I know he'll keep as long as he lives. He looks at me. It's clear I'm everything he's ever wanted. In the end, it's clear. The life I've chosen has already been set in motion. Only we can fix what's been broken, make sense of the cards we've been dealt. No one will ever understand that. They'll take the easy way out. They will work within their confines and live a shallow life as a result. It's a world of fools who see what we have and scoff. Little do they know they're all rats in a cage. Oh no, is this my villain monologue? I hold out my hand and let my phone tumble down into the city below us. After I watch it drop and shatter, I turn away from the city and follow him, my heart pounding with newfound determination. Let's go. I'm now anti-Oracle. I don't know where we'll go, but it doesn't really matter. Anywhere with him is home. Chronos, my Chronos, wasn't the person I thought he'd be, and neither am I. Criminals in love. Aww. I am mostly okay with this. It's sad that I gotta leave my city and my ma'am, but I got my Nikolaos, I got my sweet crazy darling, and I probably get a cool new suit. I can have like a black and purple one, like black and purple stripes. What's my villain name gonna be? Raven Guard. You know, it would be really cool if somebody made a thing of a. So now you're on the run with Chronos, and you end up in the city with Ray and Binary Star Hero. Criminally yours, cross Binary Star Hero. Your Yandere supervillain lover and your Yandere superhero lover. If you haven't seen my playthrough of Binary Star Hero, I highly recommend it. If you like this game, I think you will really like Binary Star Hero. But what happens if we get a different ending? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of Criminally Yours. And a special shout out to our Parterre YouTube channel member, Eve, Adam's wife. Thank you so much for the support.